Hmm.
Joe just sent the whole Batman, like the series that we grew up with on the 360 for £7, the whole trilogy, everything, all the DLC for
Is
seven
it?
pound on Steam.
Well, the
Yep,
Arkham Asylum one.
yep,
Oh, that's
all
mate.
three of them for £7. But
That's actually
anyways,
nuts.
we are live. We are live. We are live. Let me do a quick
Hmm.
audio check right now. Let's see. Okay, so welcome guys to the undisputed king of sports, and I'm here with Faz. Faz, do
Hello.
you wanna start off with the UCL, or you wanna talk about Man City Arsenal?
Let's start with UCL.
Okay, so let's start off with. Let's keep it on the topic of Arsenal. You see any of the Arsenal game or any of the highlights?
I turned it on for a what I thought was going to be a generational hate watch when I heard that Atalanta had a penalty. So I thought, yeah, perfect time to turn it on. And wow, David Raya made two fantastic saves back to back.
I think
So
the
fair
second
play
one
to
was
him.
the second save was a good save, but I think the problem with the header was the header was too close to the keeper. Now
Yeah,
it
but
was
but that's not David Raya's fault. You know what I mean? You got to
no. Ray,
do,
Ray did it. I'm talking
you
about.
know,
I'm saying it's more
yeah,
on the player's fault because
yeah,
when I saw it, yeah, if you're gonna head it where the keeper is, you gotta get enough
yeah,
on it so that the keeper can't react in time. And to save a header is always gonna be impressive because the way the ball travels is different and whatnot.
yeah,
It's always difficult. I always give credit to saving a header, especially from that close. Great save. My issue was you had the whole. At this point, when you get the header back, you shouldn't be really aiming for power. You should be aiming
yeah.
for Raya can't get to it. But credit to him, he saved Arsenal. I heard Sterling was trash again. I didn't watch the game. People are saying he needs time to settle
Yeah.
down. Well, what's your take on your boy
Well,
Raheem Naira? How
yeah,
people are
yeah,
calling him now?
yeah.
They're not
Let's
calling
not
him
call him
Raheem
that.
Naira.
Uh, I don't know what that means.
Naira is the Nigerian currency because he's Raheem Sterling, pound sterling. So they call him Raheem
Oh
Naira.
yeah.
Or some people call him Raheem
Oh yeah.
Shillings.
I've got another word to describe him, but I don't think I should say it on stream. Uh, it begins with the C word and ends with T.
Oh damn. Oh
Yeah.
damn.
So yeah, he had another stinker. But I mean, he only came on for 10, 15 minutes. Next game is Manchester City. Anyone who's a betting man, he's scoring against them.
Do you
100%.
think that the loss against Atalanta is a bad look on Arsenal? Is it like would you say it's a bad result? Do you think that was a must win game?
I wouldn't say it's a must-win game because look, they've probably got what 7 other games in the. Well, the layout's all changed now, so they might even have more than 6 or 7 games
Yeah, if
left
they get
now.
into those playoff
So
positions, they might have more.
yeah, so it's not the end of the world to draw uh, yesterday, but I mean, it's not a good look for them because the way that their fans talk about themselves, they should be beating Atalanta. But make no mistakes
Let me
about it, they're a
see.
good team as well.
Let
Look,
me see.
we can't forget. Yeah,
PSG. Oh,
who? Arsenal.
yeah, they got PSG next in the Champions League.
Well, PSG are another team. They're beatable. I'm not
They're
going to
going
be
through a
moved if.
favorable run.
Yeah,
I'm looking at their UCL teams. They got PSG. Then after that, they got Shakhtar Donetsk. After Shakhtar Donetsk, they got Inter Milan. Inter Milan's probably the
yeah,
tricky fixture that they probably got. That based on the next three fixture that they got. Yeah, the new UCL layout is ass. It's just the whole. It's the Super League. It's the Super League. Like, hello, you still? I'm guessing you froze. Yeah, I'm guessing you froze. Yeah, but yeah, it's the Super League. Like, in a nutshell, it's just the Super League. But as a whole, man, uh, I think the whole premise of it was to make it have more tougher matches, so you have the big teams play against each other more frequently and whatnot. Which, if you're looking from that standpoint, okay, fair enough. But overall, the layout to me, I prefer the old layout. What about you, Faz? Okay, he's not here yet. But yeah, I prefer the old layout, but that's just me. Maybe this new layout can grow on me, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? It's tough to say, really. I'm gonna be frank with you, man. It's tough to say. But Wednesday games were boring. But who played on Wednesday? Let me see. I gotta look at who played on Wednesday again. There's so many games. It feels weird seeing these people have games on Thursday nights. Very weird seeing people have games on Thursday nights. Yo, Faz, you like the Super League layout? Okay, he's
1 minute, hold on.
Alright.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Wednesday.
Okay, hold on.
Let me see. Champions League. Let me see who played on Wednesday real quick. Okay. I didn't watch all the games. So I saw Aston Villa battered Young Boys.
Well, oh,
Hello?
that's the headline.
Aston Villa battered Young Boys.
Hello?
Yeah?
Yeah. It just sounds funny to say Aston Villa battered Young Boys.
Yeah, they got Diddy.
But where was we? So on the topic of Raheem Sterling, that game tomorrow, or they playing? No, maybe they're playing Sunday actually. Yeah, Super Sunday.
Yeah, playing Sunday
That
night
is a
football.
game. He's either scoring or assisting, but he will play well.
So
And
I
I
got a
think I
question
said
for
to
you.
you
I got a question
before.
for you first.
Hmm.
So have you seen the stat about Martin Lally?
That he hasn't scored since January
Yeah, he
or
basically
February or
he
something.
hasn't scored or assisted in 7 months. Now the stat line is not. It's not just that. They said he hasn't scored or assisted in 7 months. They said he hasn't created anything in 7 months.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
He's playing bad, but no one cares.
Hmm.
Like there are
I
other
mean,
players
one.
that play not as bad, but they don't get as much stick.
Yeah.
That was what you gonna say?
So I was going to say about Raheem Sterling. Look, to be honest, I know. Stay with me here. I hope he does well at Arsenal, and I'll tell you
So get
why.
him sold.
So that they buy him. When I say I hope he does well, I'm not talking about I don't want him to put up 20 goals, 20 assists, because then that looks shit on us. That looks terrible on us. If he's able to go there and replicate form that he had at City or better than City, it looks terrible on us.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think that will happen. I think if he gets 8 goals, 7 assists,
No, he
I'm
needs
happy with
more.
that.
He needs more
No,
than
but
that.
that's not a bad return for him.
That's a
If he
bad.
did that,
That's a bad. That's even a bad return for him. First, he scored 20 goals in the Premier League before. That's a
no, but I'm
bad
saying if
return.
he got 8 to 10 goals and a couple of assists, I think they would be like, okay, let's
If he's
sign him on a
playing
permanent deal.
backup, then that's not bad. But
Yeah,
if he's a starting winger, he needs at least 15.
yeah. Or at the end of the
No,
day,
because
do you know
first,
what?
do you know the problem that Arsenal have, and this is the biggest issue that Arsenal have, and this is why the game ended 0-0. There's no X
Yeah,
factor. They haven't got a goal scorer. Saka's seeding, in my opinion, is like 20 goals. I don't think
yeah.
Saka can give you 25, 26. I don't think he can give you ever 30. So if he can't give you 30, and Havertz can't give you 15, because let's be honest, Havertz going to get around 11,
Yeah,
or 10 at best, or 12, around
yeah.
that 10 to 13 mark, then you're the person playing on the other wing needs to produce at least another 15 themselves.
Well, look, this is the thing. Arsenal fans themselves will tell you that they want a centre forward, but I thought they've got Havertz. They told me that Havertz has been reimagined underneath Arteta. So why are you so desperate to get in another striker if he's so
Because
good
Havertz not good
and
enough to
he's
win the
the
league.
But that's what I mean. They know that. So
First, the thing about
they
Havertz is you can like Havertz, but the issue that Havertz has is Havertz don't have the most important thing that someone that plays the 9 has: the ability
yeah
to score. He could.
yeah
He's a streaky scorer. And
yeah
I'm not even talking about the
purple
good
patch
streak.
merchant.
I'm not even talking about the good streaky scorer where he's gonna end off with like 14 goals. I'm talking about like the shitty, streaky scorer where he will have a run of 3 games where he's scoring or 4 games where he's
Yeah.
scoring. He's not gonna go like 6 or have like a long run of playing good to the point where you actually contemplate
No.
is this is him.
Yeah. So
Mike said
you
the
know, but
Sterling situation is similar
yeah.
to Sancho.
Yes and no, because the way I look at it, Mike, is Sterling is 29. His best years are behind him.
Should
Sancho,
be.
whilst he has, yeah, but players go through their prime at different years. You know,
The only
like,
thing I would say with Sterling is to back up your point that he's past
mm,
it. It's the fact that Sterling has a lot of mileage. He's been in the
that's what
first
I'm
team of
saying.
professional football since he was 17. But say what you're saying.
His best years were at City. You know, when there was a year, I think it was 2019. He had 44 goal involvements in the whole of 2019. You know, he's never reaching that again.
Oh yeah.
Not even coming close. And I will put my hand, on anything and promise you he is never getting near 50 goal involvements in a single season again. You know, I'm so sure of it. Whereas Sancho, he looked so promising at Dortmund. Man United hasn't worked out for
His
whatever
return spell he
reason.
was shaky. Don't let people fool you
Well,
too
you
much.
say that, but in the semi-final against PSG, he took on 17 players and beat them with
That is
dribbles.
true, but
Who who
Faz,
since Messi has done that in a semi-final? You've
You
got to
know,
have something
you know
about you
what the
to be able
problem.
to
You know
do
what the
that.
problem is. The problem is, yeah, it's not about the fact that I'm doubting his ability. I'm doubting his consistency. The dude, like Dortmund fans, they were happy that he went. Like, were happy that they didn't go back in for it because they said
Yeah,
he was mediocre.
but then look, you look being there on loan is different to if they had signed him permanently. At Chelsea now, I know he's only on loan, but there's an obligation to buy. So he now knows that Chelsea is his new home. Yeah. And he knows that we by giving him a contract, you're putting your trust in him. So he's going to feel that. There's no doubting his intelligence and his ability. Whereas Mikhailo Mudryk, there is you can easily doubt his intelligence because of the things he does on a football pitch, the decisions he makes. Whereas Sancho has the ability, as we saw against Bournemouth in a game we should never have won. You saw that pass from him to Nkunku.
I'm
That
not
was
gonna lie, that was a good pass,
intelligence.
but that was more in Kunku. Because
Yeah,
Kunku
it
had like
would.
four
Yeah,
or
it's a
five.
great
He
finish.
had like three
But
players in front of it, shifted it, and
but
passed it
earlier
over.
on in the
And that
game,
was an amazing finish.
game,
Fast, I gotta say
yeah,
this.
it was a
That
great
was an
finish.
amazing finish because
Yeah,
the reason why I said that was an amazing finish is where he placed the ball. He placed the ball that it was impossible for the keeper to get to. Because people don't realize that
yeah,
like a lot of the time when it comes down to finishing and scoring, it's really down to the distance between the
yeah,
player and the keeper. If the
yeah.
keeper's too close, it's virtually impossible to score. That's
Well,
why when it
look,
comes to taking the shot, it's all about the time. One forward pass being gassed up, I'm afraid. Damn. That's what Mike said. Mike said you're only gassing at one forward pass. Mike Fast is gone.
that goal that he scored, I don't know if you remember when you beat us last season. I think you beat us 4-2 or 4-1 or something.
Yeah, Fast is gone. And Kuku needs the credit. And Kuku does need the credit. And Kuku made the goal happen. Like, if that was Jackson, that goal does not happen. And Kuku showed quick feet, looked up, recognized where he was, and just slotted into the far corner. And like I said, it's how far it went. But we're coming a little bit off topic. We'll get back onto that later. Let's get back onto topic. And let's talk more about it. More about it. So we addressed the Arsenal game.
Hello,
Arsenal were underwhelming.
am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Okay.
hear you. We addressed the
I
Arsenal
don't know
game.
what's going on with my Wi-Fi. I've turned it off now. I've just gone onto mobile data
Okay.
because it's annoying me now.
All right. So okay, let me
But
say
what
this.
was I just?
We're gonna
I was just
we're
saying
gonna
something.
keep on topic for a second, and then we can talk
Okay.
about all this stuff later because I want to actually put the markers. So
Right.
obviously we addressed the Arsenal fixture. Arsenal, they were underwhelming. People are saying
Yeah.
Arteta's playing terrorist football. You got any comments to that? If not, we can move on to talking about.
Well, he is, but I find it quite um, hypocritical of Arsenal fans to always have been singing about boring, boring Chelsea under Mourinho, under Conte, under previous
To
managers
be
who
fair,
were
yeah, the
actual
history.
terrorists.
If you know the history of
But
Arsenal before Wenger, they was boring Arsenal. They got their
yeah,
shit and they
I
started
know.
to Chelsea.
Yeah, what 1-0 Arsenal, yeah. But what I'm saying is they were very critical of that, but yet now they're loving it and they're not winning anything. Under Conte and Mourinho, we were winning league titles, we were winning cups. They're not winning nothing.
But you got,
And they're praising this. They're praising Arteta as if he's the second coming.
do you know why? Because they were bad for so long. They were bad for so long that now they're doing better than it was before. They're praising Arteta. But you still got a section of Arsenal fans that want Arteta out. They're angry.
But are they doing? Are they that much better? Will they? Because I'll put it to you, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got Manchester United to finish second twice.
But first, you think Arteta's gonna fall off like Oli did?
Well, he's not. Yeah, I don't. I
Now when I
can't.
mean
I
fall
don't
off,
see him winning
I
the
mean
league
like
there.
take a 5-0 beating at home by Liverpool. Arsenal, Arsenal, as regardless of whether we got them to finish second or not,
Yeah.
Arsenal
Well, I'm
are
just saying
more.
he did.
No, I get what you mean. I'm just saying Arsenal are more stable than Man
Yeah, I
United.
guess. Yeah.
Four centre backs needs to be stopped. It does need to be stopped, but you know who started this? We
Yeah.
know who started this.
Yeah.
It's Pep. This
Yeah.
is the thing about Pep Bull. Pep's strategy is this: I'm gonna get everybody to play like me, and because I'm the best at it, I'm gonna beat them. Teams need to go back to Kevin Davis, Sam Allardyce
Yeah.
ball, because Pep's teams struggle against games up against
Yeah.
against people like that. They struggle against
Yeah.
Kevin Davies, Sam Allardyce, and all those guys. The West Ham Andy Carroll. People forget how good West Ham Andy Carroll was when he was scoring
Mm.
bicycle kicks. I remember that nice goal he scored against Chelsea. They need to go back to all of that stuff. They need to go back to
Yeah, but
more
there's
in
a
the
lot of
lap,
teams
long
now.
throws. They
Well, there's a lot of teams and a lot of fans that feel like they're above that kind of football. Like, look
man,
at Everton, for example.
first man.
They
Why
want to
is
get rid of
Ipswich playing
Sean
Alpha?
Dyche.
Why?
Why would you get rid of Sean Dyche when he guarantees you Premier League survival?
Wait, did they
Just
sack
keep
him?
him till you. No, but they're talking about it, and I think he's a game or two away from serious questions being asked about him or him being sacked, which is just stupid. Because if you sack him, you're trying. They want someone like um, someone exciting. They'll probably try and get someone like Ruben Amorim. He won't go there, yeah? But they would want someone like that. But you don't have the players. You have Dominic Calvert-Lewin up top, you know? Humble you. Honestly, some of these teams just need to humble themselves.
You know the problem is, like I said,
Like,
Faz, the problem is teams need to stop playing out from the back.
yeah,
Ipswich, why are you playing out from? You don't have the players. It's
no.
cool in the
And that's what I'm
television.
saying.
You don't have the
It's the same with
players.
West Ham. Look at how they've treated David Moyes.
Mm-hmm.
He got you to back European Cup finals, I believe, with in the Europa League, and then they won the Conference League, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Then he was consistently getting you into Europe, and you've sacked him. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce this geezer's name, the Spanish one. I'm sure he's a decent manager, but you had Manuel Pellegrini, who had just won the league at Man City, and you looked shit underneath him. So the same could very much happen with him. But the problem is, fans aren't going to be patient. They're not going to. They don't care anymore about. Sometimes even just winning the dirty way. They just want to win and play beautiful football, and I get
First,
that.
first,
At
the
the
problem
same
comes.
time, if you don't have the players, you can't do that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what Pep does. He wants everyone to play his football so he can beat the man. Why do you think Poch
Yeah,
got success? Because Poch don't play like Pep. Klopp
yeah,
don't play like Pep. Pep struggles against teams like same with what's his name, Simeone Inzaghi. He don't play like Pep. Pep struggles
yeah,
against teams that don't play like him. What he does is he gets all these other teams to play like him, spanks them 5-0, and goes
yeah,
online and says goes into a press conference and says, well, this is one of the toughest teams, one of the hardest games I've ever played in my life.
yeah,
After spanking that team 5-0, Haaland got a brace, De Bruyne got one, and like Foden got one off the bench, something like that.
yeah,
And he goes, well, this is one of the toughest teams, one of the best managers in the league. It was so
yeah.
difficult, so difficult. Like he's they allow
I
him to do
mean,
that because, like I
there's a
said,
manager that really had his number, and it was Thomas Tuchel. He beat him three
because
times
he
in
did,
six
but
weeks.
he did. They don't play the same.
No,
That's really it. They don't play. They don't.
you know, and that
He
you're
struggles
definitely
against
right there.
teams. He struggles against teams that don't play like him because, first,
Yeah,
if you created a system of how to play, you create it and you're the best at it. and you got teams that are trying to do that exact same system with lesser players, you're not gonna
Yeah.
win. You're just not.
I find him very muggy. You know, like you said when he comes out and says like, "Wow, this unbelievable game, more than you believe," and you've beaten them 6-0. You're just taking the piss at that
He
point.
is taking a
You
piss.
know, and it's the same when people are like, "Oh, see what Pep said about Potter." I don't care what he said about Potter because he obviously wouldn't want Chelsea to be successful. So him saying at the time about, "Wow, Graham Potter, great manager," you
Yo,
beat him
Faz,
4 times in about
Faz,
4 or 5 weeks.
Faz, he
So of
says that
course you're
about
going to be saying
everybody,
that.
man. You remember what he said
Yeah,
about that guy? It's like, well, Wolves, like, he called. I remember when what's his name? Poch was manager of Tottenham, and he called Tottenham the Harry Kane team.
yeah.
Like,
That led to a cold moment though when Son scored against them and was like, "Do you know who I am?"
no, Pep, that happens to Pep all the time. Remember he called that guy the Korean guy for
Nah.
Wolves, and then Wolves admin went on thing when that Korean guy scored the winner against them last season. Said the Korean guy scores,
Damn.
or like when he called Sobosai Zovlazi, and now the whole Liverpool team calls Sobosai Zovlazi. Like
But yeah, I mean, look, football. Look,
Pepper's a troll, and he does
we.
this on purpose. Like I said,
Yeah,
people. I need teams to go back to doing long ball, like Rory
yeah.
Delap throw-ins, Kevin Davies ball,
Well,
if they
look,
want to get
well,
better.
we spoke a lot about it in the past about modern football. For me, it's shit. For me, I'm not enjoying it. I'm just watching
You
it
don't
because
like
I'm a
four
big
centre
fan of
backs.
football. No, I don't like nothing to do with modern football.
You don't like
You
move
know?
for you don't. We wouldn't play four centre backs, and maybe I have another centre back playing DM,
No,
so you can have even more centre backs.
no, I
Centre
hate it
backs are
all.
playing right back now. You
You
used to
know?
have centre backs like Danny Alves, and now you got centre backs
Yeah,
that are not like you got £100 million centre back in Gavardio playing left back.
yeah. But I mean, it's just it's just not the same. There's no enjoyment from watching these games.
You feel like it's too
You
robotic.
know? Yeah, it's just boring. It's just all teams just try to play the same style. There's rarely much excitement. Occasionally, there's games that surprise you, like that Villa Everton game was quite good last week, and then Duran scored an unbelievable goal.
You know
But
Villa
the
managed
majority of
sold
the time,
140 bids for him.
yeah, I mean that don't surprise me.
Can I add
He's got
a
the
bonus topic? Top 10 Barclays, man.
what
Can
did
we?
what did
You know the
someone
bar.
say?
Mike said, can we add a bonus topic? Top 10 Barclays, man.
Hmm.
I mean, think about that one. There's a lot of good Barclays ones.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Even
What classes as before we continue on this UCL topic? What classes as a Barclays man? Is it a guy that does have like a one season wonder, or is it
no,
someone
it
that
can be both because I'd say Michu is one, but then I'd also say Darren Bent's one.
yeah, he is one?
Do you
Darren
know what I
Bent,
mean?
hot
So
take.
I just say someone that
Darren Bent
made
is
that.
actually better. Darren Bent
When
in
you
this day
think
and age
back
will
to
be
the
going for 100 mil.
yeah,
He's
for
better than
me,
Solanke. He's better
what a
than
Barclays man is,
Watkins.
yeah, yeah, 100%. When I think back, what it is for me is someone who has iconic moments in the Barclays Premier League, and makes you like
Would
you
you
can just remember moments from that
would you
time.
would you would you say
I cannot remember moments from the last 3 or 4 seasons. If you showed me a game from the last 3 or 4 seasons, the only way I would be able to tell you what season that's from is because of the kits.
would you say Faz, a Barclays man is someone that you can't tell this Premier League story about? So like if you were to tell the story about players throughout the Premier League years, you can't
Yeah,
go without them. Like obviously your Darren Bent, your Gabriel Bonlohos, your Stefan Sessegnon,
yeah,
your
yeah.
Adebon Jan,
Sessegnon and Larson as well when he was at
ooh,
Sunderland.
Lee
Great player.
Catterville,
Yeah,
Rory
yeah.
Delap, Kenwyn Jones,
Leighton Baines as
yeah,
well.
Charles Nzobia,
Unbelievable.
and
Yeah.
Rodiega.
What
Even
was that boy
Even
called at
El
Everton as
Mohammadi.
well?
Even El
Pina.
Mohammadi.
Yeah. And the other one, Kevin Morales.
Yeah, I remember Kevin Murray. He was a baller.
Yeah, he
That's
was
when
great.
Everton peaked then, and they just went.
Yeah. And Gerard Deulofeu
Yeah, he
as
was
well.
good. He
What a
was a
player he
one.
was at one point.
What's it, Sigurdsson?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't talk about him on this channel anymore. He's allegedly. done some things.
Gelfie. And the other guy that plays for Sunderland, that his first name's Adam.
Oh yeah, him as well.
He's
Yeah,
technically a Barclays man too.
yeah. He was actually. Remember, he was at City as
Yeah,
well.
he was a good one, man.
Yeah.
And then he had to touch somebody.
Sean Wright Phillips, Joe Cole.
Yeah,
Wow. Damien Duff, I'm putting in there. Good Johnson, Hasselbank.
Jimmy Floyd, man.
Wow.
Jimmy Floyd, man.
We've
Kevin
been treated over
Phillips.
the years to some great
Kevin
players,
Phillips.
yeah.
James Beattie.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Who was the one that got
Yakubu.
David
Remember when
Bentley?
Yakubu scored like 17 goals for a team that got
Yeah.
relegated
Is it
in the
David
Premier League?
Bentley?
Yeah, David Bentley was good.
Yeah.
He was meant to be like the next David Beckham.
Yeah, well. That's what there's always a trend there though, where they always say,
Nah,
"Oh,
he
this
was good
guy's
at
the next
Blackburn.
Messi, the
With
next
like
so
him
and
and
so."
Morton Gamps Pedersen.
Yeah, yeah, great name, great player as well. Rocky Santa Cruz.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember Benjani.
yeah. JJ Okocha as
Yeah,
well.
Kevin Davis.
Yeah, yeah, some great players,
Colton
man.
Nicholas Anelka.
Yeah,
Man,
even Chelsea Nicholas Anelka was great. You know, I
I
liked
had to
him a
pick
lot.
Bolton one because that's a bar.
Yeah,
That version is a Barclays man. Demba Pape Cisse, Lloyd Karembia,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Demba Ba. Damn,
yeah.
damn, damn, man.
Papa Cisse's goal against us is. Whenever I see
No,
that,
I think the one
I
that
remember.
he scored at Newcastle, where he controls it with his right foot, and like just volleys it, and it goes to the top corner last minute.
Yeah,
That he was one of the biggest. He
no,
was the biggest purple patch merchant.
yeah, yeah,
Do you know what I've noticed about the Barclays man? A lot of them were purple patch merchants.
yeah,
A big one was Wigan Victor Moses.
yeah. No, I mean I liked Moses at Chelsea as well.
Yeah, he was good under Conte.
Yeah,
Do you know he signed for
I
Luton
feel like
Town?
there's some more Valencia, Antonio
Do you
Valencia
know
as
he signed for
well.
Luton Town?
He's at Wigan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Victor Moses plays for Luton Town now.
Oh, mad. Nani as well. He's another Barclays man.
If it wasn't for injuries, he would have been one of the best. He would have been like elite.
Yeah,
He was
I agree with
actually
that.
ability wise, he was actually the perfect replacement for Ronaldo.
Yeah, definitely. Let's get
Um,
on to
Liverpool Champions
Liverpool
League.
then. Yeah.
Okay, did you watch the game? I watched the game.
I watched the first half, and then I saw. I think you went 2-1 up, and I said, "Okay, it's game over."
Um, Liverpool looked comfortable. Had a shaky beginning. Christian Pulisic does what he always does against Liverpool: is score, because he always scores
Yeah,
against Liverpool. Um, uh, Overall, it's just a routine win. AC Milan were trash,
yeah,
very trash. Gakpo was good. Van Dijk was good. Konate was. Woo! Konate is so good. Konate is so good. What a defender, man. He played amazingly. Faz, Brian Gravenberch. I don't know what's happened to him. I don't know what batteries they put in his back, man. But he has been Liverpool's best player this season so far. And he got robbed of play of the month. Salah didn't deserve. Ryan Gravenberch's been good, man. I ain't
yeah,
gonna lie, the way he moves on the ball, it reminds me a bit of Pogba. Maybe it's because the height and stature, but he's been playing amazing. Ryan Gravenberch,
yeah,
been good against. He hasn't had a bad game. Even the game we lost, everyone was telling me that he was amazing. But yeah,
yeah.
he hasn't he hasn't put a foot wrong this season.
No.
The one person I'm concerned about is Diogo Jota. Diogo Jota has been trash in
Mm,
almost every game, bar two.
yeah,
He has been horrible. And I think he's been horrible because I don't think he's a slot striker.
no.
I think Diogo Jota is a. You've seen Diogo Jota play. He's a goal poacher, and the reason
Mm,
what helps him goal poach is drifting in from the left. So what he would do is he would be an inverted winger. He would drift in for the left, and that's where you get his goal poaching because it's hard to pick him up.
yeah,
It's hard to mark him. In the middle, he's not athletic. He's not strong. He's not fast. He hasn't got the best first touch. He's kind of
No.
average at everything but finishing. And I've told people this: the worst thing a striker could have is not being able to generate enough chances. Because if you can't generate
Yeah.
chances, you're basically eliminating the likelihood of you scoring. That's why you got players like Erling Haaland who can afford to miss like 3 open goals a game, but still leave the game with like 2 goals because he
Yeah.
generates so many chances. And Jota not generating enough chances makes me think that we should drop him for now. Start Nunes because Nunes didn't look too bad against AC Milan, and
Mm.
I feel like he'll be better to start him. And I feel like he would cook if we start him. And if not, if you don't like Nunes or Jota, man, you can sell one of them and try and get like a Gokares. Yeah, Gokares is
Yeah.
really the
But
ideal
he's going
sign.
to be in high demand next
He's
season.
got a release
You
clause
know.
for 100 mil.
But I mean, even if you pay the release clause, I imagine there'll be other clubs willing to pay that.
Yeah.
You
But
know.
he's also a gamble as well. I know it's
Mm.
his second season, but there's something about the Portuguese league players. That's
Well,
just
that's where you got Darwin Nunes from, isn't it? And
yeah. In fact, he was
yeah,
running that league when he was there.
yeah,
He had like 31 goals and whatnot. And people are
yeah,
trying to tell me, nah, man, it's because he did it off this type of XG. And first, do you know XG is a fraudulent stat?
yeah.
And the reason why I think it, and Mike, you can chime in the chat. I think XG is a fraudulent stat. Yeah, let's use you as an example. Remember when we went to the park? I used to do that dipping shot. That would go over and in
Me.
all the time. Yeah, the dipping shot they used to do at Alvis Park.
Yeah, yeah, I do. Yeah, yeah.
XG
I
wise,
actually,
that's a
that
low
was
X.
actually Robin van Persie-esque.
Oh my lord. XG wise, fans, that's a terrible. That's a low percentage shot. But because you are good at doing that type of shot, that is not a low XG shot for
Yeah,
you because you've done that multiple times. You're known for that shot. That is why I think XG is fraudulent because XG don't take into account whether this person is good at that type of shot. Like Iron Robin cutting in
no,
and banging it top corner. That may be a low XG shot for somebody else, but for him that's a high XG shot because he does it all the time. He's done it so many times that I know that when he cuts inside and he's about to shoot, I know there's a high chance that that's flying in the top or bottom corner. There's certain moves that players do that people call a low XG shot, but which really for them
yeah,
is a high XG shot because they specialize in that technique or that move. It's like the Van Persie
yeah,
volley. So I don't believe in XG. I believe in XG when it comes to the overall team because that gives you a good indication. But overall, when it comes to individual players, I don't really believe it because individual players
yeah,
specialize in individual things. But back to the game, um, Milan are just yeah, they're trash fans. They're trash, and I don't know how they became this trash. Like I don't know how. Like fans, where did it go wrong for Milan? How did Milan get here? They not too long ago they won the
yeah.
league. Like I know you're big on Milan in terms of their history and whatnot, but how does a team like Milan become terrible? Yo, Faz? Yo, hello.
Mhm.
Yeah, I said, how does a team like what do you think is wrong with Milan, AC Milan? Oh, okay, he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think is wrong with AC Milan?
Oh, I thought we was going to go even further back. I thought we was going to talk about like, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't really
Yeah,
know
okay.
what's
Let
happened
me
really
read Mike's
because
comment.
like even before that, you hear
Hello.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can hear you. Your mic's gone off, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, your camera's gone off, but yeah. Continue.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I can hear you. Continue.
Hello.
Yeah,
Okay.
hello. I can hear you. We
What
can hear
about
you.
now? Can you not
I,
see the camera?
I can see the camera.
But can you see the camera? But can you see the camera or not?
You turned it off
Okay.
now, but yeah. It's back on. Like a savage, Dan said stats
Okay.
are
It's
like
on now.
bikini. Yeah, it's on. Like a savage, Dan said stats are like
Yeah.
bikinis. What they show you is very
Yeah.
interesting, but what they don't show you is also interesting. That is true. But fast, continue what you're saying. What's wrong with Milan?
Well, I don't really know where to go with this because I mean they haven't been good for they've not been. Milan for a long time. Really, since they sold Perlo, and then maybe since Ibra and Thiago Silva left. You know,
So you doing prior to
um,
when they won the Scudetto?
well, they won it, and then look at them now.
But to be
You
fair,
know, they didn't.
yeah, Napoli are shit too after winning the Scudetto.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
continue.
I was expecting a lot more,
Hmm.
and I thought, oh, maybe they're back, but they're not. And another thing they need to stop doing is, I mean, I don't know really why they don't seem to be going for. Well, maybe some players just don't want to play in the Serie A. I don't know what it is, but getting players like Morata, what are you doing?
He's washed.
Milan used to have before one of the best strikers in the world, one of the best wingers, one of the best midfielders, one of the best defenders, one of the best goalies, and all they've really got now is one of the best goalies in the world.
Let me ask you this first. How much do you think Morata cost them?
Probably something stupid
I
like
think it was
40
a free.
mil.
I think it was like. Wasn't he like? I think it was like a free transfer.
No,
If
I'm
he's
not too sure.
if he was a free transfer, fast, you notice in the pattern, they're getting players that nobody wants that getting
Yeah,
sold on the cheap.
yeah. I mean, that's true. But I don't know. I
Even
don't.
Inter do the same problems. Inter's whole entire team on free transfers. We'll continue.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's the money in Italy isn't as good as it once was. When they used to dominate in what, like the 90s.
Hmm.
The money isn't there at the moment. So they can't attract the world's best. And for that reason, the league is suffering, the teams are suffering out there.
Hmm.
Um, I mean,
Do you rate their team right
yeah,
now?
no.
Do
I
you
wrote
rate?
a few of the players.
Okay, who do you rate?
Ruben Loftus-Cheek has surprised me and impressed me whilst he's been out there, and all the best to him. A lot of
Pulisic's
people
been
seem
good
to
too.
think, yeah, well, he's been all right. Um, a lot of people seem to think that I have like agendas against players that leave Chelsea. No, if it didn't work out, all the best. But then there's some players, obviously, that I do not like.
Let him out.
Um, yeah, exactly. But Pulisic, I have no hard feelings to him leaving. It wasn't working out for him at Chelsea. I mean, rarely ever did he get a consistent run in the team. He was injured a
If he
lot.
didn't get injured, he would have been your best
No,
winger.
he was great. He
He
was
would have been
great
your
at
best winger,
times.
man.
You
Because
know,
lockdown
even
Pulisic was one of the best players I've seen.
yeah, that goal that he scored against you lot, and then the assist to Tammy Abraham, he was unbelievable. You know, um, but he
But who
wasn't
was the manager
consistent
that was
enough,
playing them
and
wing back?
probably Tuchel. That
Yeah,
sounds like something that terrorist would
I'm not
do.
gonna lie, that was a
As much as
terrible
I love
decision.
Tuchel,
That was a terrible
yeah,
decision, man.
as much as I love Tuchel, he did the same with Hudson Odoi as well. He played him right wing back.
Another guy that's
Um,
balling out, he scored a banger against us. Another one of your boys.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think if he
Oh,
can
back,
keep up, he can get bigger.
yeah,
Say
in
what it
back
is.
to back games, it was Hudson Odoi and then Pulisic as well. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, Chelsea boys cooking.
yeah, I mean that's probably the one time I've never wanted Hudson Odoi to score, apart from when he played us, and I think he scored against us as well. Because I actually had £1,000 riding on Liverpool winning that game. So you lot losing that let me down for about £1,000.
No, if I was having the perfect day until I looked at my phone. Cause I'm not sure if I told you. Yeah, I came off a game. We won 5-0. Yeah, I scored
Yeah,
4 goals in our game. So I'm like, yep. Let me check the Liverpool score. I see we lose. I see we lost 1-0. I was like, damn.
yeah. I feel like it's going to be a similar story for me tomorrow. I can't see us beating West Ham.
West
If
Ham
we
always
do,
turn up against Chelsea.
yeah. If we do beat West Ham tomorrow, the next podcast we do, I might come in here and talk some craziness. But please don't hold it against me because if we beat West Ham, I might get a bit carried away.
Like, do you
I
want to talk
just
the game
think,
after before we get carried away?
um, no, yeah, go on, tell me. I don't know who it
Okay, I'm
is.
gonna look it up for you because normally when you get carried away, you don't want to know the
I
game
think it,
after.
yeah,
I don't think it's a bad game after. After that,
might be
you
Ipswich or
got
Southampton.
Brighton.
Great. Yeah.
The
Yeah, I
Lions are
mean,
just an annoying team.
yeah, I mean, look, the thing is, Wale, if we want to be challenging for top four, we have to win both of those games.
Yeah.
But I can easily see us getting 1 point out of those two games, or no points. You
No, I
know,
think you'll be right in
um,
Rome. I think West Ham's annoying because Mikel Antonio
yeah,
turns into prime Drogba when against Chelsea.
yeah. But I mean, let's see what happens because it's a long old season. It's still early doors.
Hmm.
You know, we don't know what's going to happen. Um, mm,
Yellow?
the thing is,
Yeah,
hello.
continue.
Yeah, it's early days. For Enzo Maresca. I've been impressed so far with our patterns of play. I've also really been impressed with his substitutions. He doesn't leave things too late. He's not afraid to make a sub at half time, as we saw with Sancho coming on for Neto. Now, that Sancho for Neto sub was probably more to do with they don't want to play Neto too much at the moment until he's fully fit. But at the same time,
What injury does he have?
it's still great that he made a sub like that, and it worked.
Mm.
So, and now talking about subs and about injuries, that brings me on to Reece James. I genuinely
Wait.
think,
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
okay,
We're gonna get to that because we got to talk about Man City in the UCL. You watch the
yeah.
game?
No, I didn't. No,
I watched a bit of the game. Man
yeah,
City were getting cooked.
yeah. Did
Marcus
they
Thuram,
end up drawing 0-0?
yeah, Marcus Thuram was mediocre. Haaland had like 14 touches. I know people keep making conversations like, do we need to have a serious conversation about Haaland? And my answer is, and it's the same every time, no.
No.
Because does Haaland do anything that shock you when he has a
No.
bad game? No. We know everybody knows Haaland's limited. Everybody
Yeah.
knows this.
But but what he's good at, he's the best in the world at.
Exactly.
So, it doesn't matter that he's not gonna take on five players and put it top bins.
No,
Because you put the ball in the box, he's smacking it
first,
and
this whole
scoring
passing out from the back
every week.
thing is the reason why Haaland cooks. Don't the
Mm.
pass out from the back. You're leaving too much space. Just go lump it long. Get a big number 9,
Yeah.
and just go old school with it. But
Yeah.
the thing about it is here with Haaland, with people complaining about Haaland not doing this, not doing that. We know his game. We
Yeah.
know that when you man mark Haaland, it's difficult for him because he has
Yeah.
someone following him around. He can't drift in and drift out. That's why if you go in zonal marking for corners for someone like Haaland, that's a beauty. I love zonal marking corners because you have space. As a striker, you want space to operate. You do not want to
Yeah.
be followed or feel like someone's breathing down your neck to get the ball of you. Because what that
Yeah.
does is that can make you uncomfortable, especially with someone like Haaland that doesn't have the best touch. I don't know why most teams don't just get a player to just your sole job is to just follow Haaland.
Well, yeah, you would think that they would, but I don't understand why they don't. But
Because first, when
there's
teams
got to
do
be a
that,
reason
it
for it.
works every time.
Yeah.
Well, it just teams don't do that. They don't have a
Yeah.
guy that just goes, okay, no matter what, I'm following Haaland. Haaland ain't gonna have
Yeah.
space. When he tries to control the ball, I'm gonna be there. When he tries to
Yeah.
run, I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna make sure he go. He does not get into the game, and
Yeah.
that's what teams need to do, and that's what AC Milan, not AC, Inter Milan did very well. They played a good game, and they did their
Yeah.
thing. Oh yeah, another thing, Faz. Since we're moving on, Barcelona lost to Monaco.
Yeah.
You surprised about that?
Not really. No.
They said Ter
No.
Stegen his
They,
ass.
they, yeah. They're not a good team anymore either.
Are they top of the league?
Yeah, but I don't. I don't think that really matters.
Do you think the problem is that the best player is a 16-year-old, 17-year-old?
Well, yeah, probably that too. But
He scored again.
like, I'm not like if we. I know we won't be playing Barca because we're in the Conference League this season. But I wouldn't be fearful of playing Barcelona now.
Yeah,
You
because
know,
fans, we
I
grew up with
mean,
Barcelona. This Barcelona team is the least intimidating team.
yeah, definitely.
You can give me 2020 Barca over this team.
Yeah,
But yeah, we're used to Barca at least having Eto, Ronaldinho, people like that.
yeah. Messi,
Messi, Neymar,
Xavi,
Suarez.
Iniesta,
Yeah,
Busquets.
they don't have that no more.
No.
So even David Villa, like a freaking Pedro.
Yeah, yeah. Pedro, yeah. Sanchez as well.
hmm So when you see all of that, you see what they got now. It's difficult. It's difficult, especially with their financial issue, which I do think they're
Yeah.
gonna get out of that financial issue real quick. I saw what Fabregas said. Did you see what Fabregas said?
What did he say?
He said with Barcelona playing all these players, all these young players, they're
Yeah,
basically doing what Chelsea did. If these young players
yeah,
can prove that they're good enough to play first team football, they're gonna end up selling a lot of players to make profit, meaning that they're gonna get money in the long term.
yeah.
Yeah, they showed me
Which
that
I
that
mean,
Guyu guy, the one that missed that
yeah,
open goal.
yeah.
They're gonna be able
I
to.
mean,
They're gonna be able to do that soon. They're gonna be back
it
soon.
sounds smart and it sounds like it might work, but it could also not work out if those players don't reach their potential.
You don't have to. You
Same
just
with
gotta showcase
Chelsea.
that. You just gotta showcase that they can play football and they're young.
Well,
Look at Mudrik.
well, has he showed that he can play football?
Yeah, he showed enough for you guys to buy him.
Well, I don't know with Mudrik. I really don't. Mudrik is someone that is. It's really hard to hate him, and it's really hard to like him,
hmm
because one day he makes you think he's terrible and he's never going to improve, and then the next game you will see improvements from him, and you think maybe he's learning, maybe he just needs time to adapt, and then he plays again and you think he's terrible, and then he won't get given a chance. And this is what I've said in defence of Mudrik before: is when has he ever got a run of 10 games in the team for us to give a fair assessment of him and say, yeah, do you know what? He's had the chance now, and he's not been good enough. Whereas Sterling has had those chances. Palmer obviously got that chance and delivered. Maduake is now getting that chance and he's delivering, but he's
Sterling
never
has a
been given that
reputation, fast.
chance. Yeah,
The thing about Mudrik is, I think he's really bad in training.
yeah.
I, I think he's really bad in training that coaches don't want to play him. It's more so a trust thing. They don't trust him.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what Poch said as well. That there's a lot of his game that he needs to understand off the ball. Defensively, he's not there. But I
And that's
mean,
another thing, fans. A lot of these
yeah,
guys are like they're not getting played not because of footballing reasons, because of they don't understand the format of the tactic that they want to be playing.
yeah,
Right, you got
which
these,
is a shame.
you got strikers being getting not playing because they're not pressing the way they want to.
Yeah, which is really a shame because there's definitely the quality there.
You know how
I
hard it
mean,
is. People don't understand
ideally,
how hard it is to press as a lone striker.
yeah.
Because if
I
your team
mean,
knows how to move the ball well, you're gonna be running like a headless chicken. But say what we're gonna say.
there's talks of now Mudrik going to Marseille on loan.
So with Greenwood,
Um, to link up with
the Zerbi.
De Zerbi. That's it. Yes.
Yo, fans, I want
So
to say this real quick. I am so glad that we never got the Zerbi as a manager, man. I do not
yeah,
rate that dude.
yeah, me
Like
too.
last season,
Uh,
he knew how to take beatings,
yeah, he took a lot of spankings.
and he just stood there and
Um,
watched it happen.
yeah, but I mean, let's see now because neither of us got him. Let's see what our managers can do.
hmm
And because I think he's had a decent start to life at Marseille as well.
Yeah, because
I know,
because Green because
yeah,
Greenwood
Greenwood's been on
is
fire for them.
is a good player. Um,
Yeah,
the fact that he's a good player is the reason why he still has a career. To be honest, I'm being real.
yeah, yeah,
Because Man United wanted to bring him back, but so the backlash said nope.
yeah,
But overall, though, good result for Inter Milan. They got the draw that they
yeah,
needed to. Who else played? Aston Villa did their thing again.
yeah,
Um, Yeah, that's pretty much the major results. Let's get to the piece of resistance. Kafaz, Man City versus Arsenal. What are you saying? What do you think is going to happen? How is this game going to play out? What do you
Hundred
see happening?
percent another boring game.
What's the score?
Um, 0-0, 1-1. There could be it could be a great game.
Kafaz,
You
that means the
know,
top
high
four have a
scoring
match
game
with
or
AJ fighting as well that same night.
yeah,
Now, but
yeah.
continue.
Um, but yeah, I mean, like I said, look, I could be wrong, and it could be a great game, but my head is telling me it's going to be a terrible game. You know, it's going to be a boring snooze
You know what's
fest
crazy?
where you get them tacticos on Twitter talking about that was a brilliant game of chess. Both managers
Kafaz,
have
you know
so
what's
much
crazy?
respect for each other
You know what's
and all of
crazy?
this crap.
You know what's crazy? This
Mm,
is the craziest thing, yo. That and I thought of this just now, recently, because Mike is in the chat. I might maybe think of
yeah,
something, yeah. Did you know, yeah, that Man United against Barnsley in the EFL Cup had a double pivot of Casemiro and Ugarte. How defensive?
no,
Do you know how funny that is? They went
yeah.
that defensive against Barnsley.
I didn't even know that Casemiro started. I thought he came on.
No, apparently he started. I don't know if he started,
Oh,
I saw in the stream where someone was saying that. Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys spanked them anyway. But the other thing I was gonna say was Faz, that game has the potential to have 8 centre backs on the pitch.
yeah, probably. That's
So
probably the route they
why do
go
you think
down,
it's gonna
isn't
be a
it? So
draw? Why do you think it's gonna be boring Susan? Who's gonna not engage?
both of them. But then at the same time now, City don't need to go for that game because they're top of the league by I think a couple of points, yeah. But Arsenal will want to go for it, so that could make it an
And they
interesting
had
game.
Ericsson as well. But continue.
That could make it an interesting game, but will it? Is the question. I don't think it will.
You think both teams are lacking something in the final third because of Arsenal, since they don't have Odegaard, they've lost a lot of their
Mm.
creativity.
Um, yeah, but I think, as I said, as much as I don't rate him, I do think Sterling will have a good game on Sunday.
Would you
Um,
start him?
yeah, if I was Arsenal manager, I'd start Raheem Sterling. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
if I was Mikel
Raheem
Arteta,
needs to get no. What's his name? Martinelli needs to get dropped.
yeah,
And the one thing that people are discovering about Trossard is a
he's
better
better off the bench.
exactly. So since
Yeah,
he's better
yeah,
off the bench, now they're gonna either
it's
need
not
to get
leaving him.
Raheem Sterling or get a winger. And the
Yeah,
winger
it's
market
not
is
leaving him with
very
many
expensive.
options.
It's
Yeah,
very expensive.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, I do like Trossard, but definitely you can tell he is a much better player off the bench
Hmm.
um, against tired legs. But yeah, I mean, that has the potential to be a great game. It always will. At the moment, it will because they've both got great teams. Yeah,
Hmm.
but I don't know. I don't see them really going for it either team. Which is a shame for fans or for neutrals because it'll just be a boring old
Snooze fest.
rubbish game.
Hmm.
Yeah. Hold
So is there any X
on. Oh,
factors?
one,
Oh,
sorry,
okay,
one,
alright. Mike, how do you see the game
one
playing
sec.
out?
I clicked on the
Who
wrong
is
thing.
it they're missing now? Odegaard, and that's it. I know Rice is back, but Odegaard, that's it. I saw a guy say to me that having no Odegaard takes away a lot of Arsenal's creativity, that they have no creativity. And if that's the case, that's bad. If that's the case, they have no chance of winning the league. And here's why. One of the major reasons why they have no chance of yo, I got something in my freaking eye. 1 second, 1 second. I'm gonna keep talking. Because they have no chance of winning the league. I mean, the reason why they have no chance of winning the league is you gotta have more than one chief creator. If De Bruyne goes injured, City don't lose creativity. Don't lose as much creativity as you think. If Gets injured, you still got Salah with creativity. If Salah gets injured, you still got someone like Gakpo with creativity and McAllister. You can't use the excuse that Arsenal lack creativity because of the fact that uh what's his name? Odegaard's injured. Odegaard should not be your only creator. Because if Odegaard's your only creator, you are not winning no Premier League. Faz, you agree?
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
I
if De
do
Bruyne
definitely
gets
agree with
injured
that.
and all these other
But
players get injured for City or Liverpool, they still got other people that can create. Saka should be able to create
yeah,
from the wing. And people say it's
yeah,
because he's out wide. Well, then Saka's going to have to try and drift in the middle, or Arteta has to make a tactical change to make Saka be more on the ball.
yeah.
Like even Chelsea, it's quite a few players that Chelsea get injured. Like a key person that can create. They still got other players that can create.
Well, yeah, you'd like to hope so, but yeah, without
Even
Palmer
Jackson,
now, you've
Jackson
got
can create.
Sancho.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Sancho.
you've
Yeah,
got Sancho, you've got Felix, you've got
Kunku,
Jal, just Neto and Kunku. So
Jackson.
yeah, you've got a lot of players there now
Jackson
that
makes
can
some
do
good
it. But
creativity. That's actually Jackson's actually the perfect striker, just with no finishing ability.
yeah,
If you give Jackson finishing ability, he will be the perfect striker.
yeah. I mean, he's a good player. I do like Jackson a lot, and I've defended him a lot. Um, but he will get to a point, Wale, where he has to push on. He has to get better at scoring goals.
But you can
You
do is
know,
work on it, and just hope for the
um,
best, man. And just
yeah, exactly. And that's exactly my what I'm saying is,
okay,
he has to get better at that.
okay. This is what Mike said. History tells us City Arsenal game will be another ball fest. Haaland has
Yeah,
been quiet versus Saliba and Gabriel until damn. Um,
yeah, yeah.
I agree. I agree. History does tell us that it's been a boring fest. I totally agree with
But
that.
look, the thing is, at the same time, they've both got a lot of quality. Yeah, someone could score a banger and open the game up, and then the other team has to
Your
go
favorite
for
kind
it.
of banger is gonna be City, and if City go for it, and
Well,
your game plan is to try and get away with a draw, they're cooked. Because they're not mentally
yeah.
prepared to win the game. You gotta be mentally prepared to win the game to win the game. They're not doing that.
Well, I think
Arsenal,
I don't know
Faz,
because I think
if they get a draw, they're gonna see them go. You're gonna see them bare
yeah,
being shameless because they got a draw. I'm like Faz. Have you seen AFTV where the fans are literally celebrating because they got a draw because the City game ended 0-0? Any
yeah,
bigger
and
team like
they're all
that can win the
clapping.
league.
Yeah, no, I know, but at the same time, you know, Arsenal. I think Arteta would be telling them, "You've got to win that game. You've got to go for it." Because a draw suits City. Like I said, I think they're 3, 4 points in front
Mm-hmm.
now. So a draw would suit City. A draw doesn't suit Arsenal. But a draw ain't terrible for
Draw
either
will suit
team.
Liverpool if we win.
Yeah, I don't think you're in the topic of conversations. Well, that Nottingham Forest thing. Look, what I'll say about losing to Forest might be the kick up the arse that you guys needed. It might be a blessing in disguise. Look, when we won the league, the last time we won the league in 2017, losing to Arsenal 3-0
Fam,
was the thing that made us.
you contest says fuck this 4-3-3 shit. Let's go three at the
Yeah,
back.
that's what I'm saying. That's what allowed us. Maybe there'd be something
Pedro was
that
phenomenal that
Slot
season.
can do. Yeah, yeah, he's great. Maybe there's something that Slot can do where he goes, okay, you know what? That didn't work against Forest. Maybe we'll have some trouble against teams that are similar to Forest. Let me change it up now and see how it goes. And you might go on a run. So you're right. It does suit you because I'd still say you're in the title race. It's too early to be for anyone to be out of the
But
title
Chelsea
race
in the
other than
title race.
Everton at this moment in time, I'd say Chelsea are in the title race. I'd say not Spurs. They're never in the title race, even if it's the final day of the season and they can win the league. They're not in no title race. Um, But if we lose against West Ham, then yes, it's over.
That's
But you
hilarious.
know, we lost to City, we beat Wolves, we drew with Palace, we beat Bournemouth. So yeah, not bad so far. You know,
You only lost one game.
um, yeah, against arguably the best team in the world
Oh
or the
yeah.
best team in the league.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Let's continue. Continue.
yeah, so I wouldn't say Chelsea. I'm not going to say it like in a crazy way. Like yeah, we're in the title race. We're going to
Yo,
be there
Mike,
all
is this
season.
better? Mike, is this better?
Yeah, that is better. I can hear you a lot better.
Continue. Continue.
But yeah, I wouldn't say like we're going to be in the title race all season. But at this moment in time, I'd say we're in a title race. I don't know if we stay there. We probably won't. But yeah, we have a chance to win the title. I don't think we
Yes,
will.
fans
Though.
did just say Chelsea on the title.
At this moment in time, we're not that far away from winning. Okay,
No, continue, continue,
but no,
continue, continue.
yeah, I'm just saying. At this moment in time, it's not impossible for us to win the league.
No,
It will be though
it is
tomorrow.
mathematically
When
isn't
we
that?
when we lose to West Ham tomorrow, it will be
Have you ever
for
bet on
me.
Chelsea to lose?
No, I'd never do that.
Oh, okay, I was just checking. Nah,
As
but
much as I,
that's funny,
as
man.
much like even I remember when we got beat by Brighton a couple of years ago, and I went to the game. And when I was at the game, I thought,
Uh,
why am I here? We're actually going to lose.
and did you
And
lose?
yeah, yeah, we lost 2-1. And one of their players shot from outside the box because he did the classic. He saw Kepa was in goal. So he said, fuck it, it's Kepa. And banged it. But yeah, I went to that game knowing we was going to lose. On the overground on the way up there, I'm doing my bets. And I'm thinking, why am I even putting Chelsea to win it? But I can't. I could never bring myself to bet on Chelsea to lose
Wait,
because I think unless I won like £100,000 off a Chelsea loss, if I won £100, I wouldn't feel happy that oh yeah Chelsea lost, but at least I won my bet.
yeah, fair enough. That makes sense. Nah, but yeah, at the end of the day, what it really boils down to is this is gonna be a tight game. It's gonna be a tight game.
Yeah,
Am I excited for the game? No. Have I ever been excited for City, Arsenal? No. The real game is when it comes down to the big teams is really like Liverpool, Chelsea,
yeah,
Chelsea, Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, City, and Liverpool, Man United. All the rest are just like Tottenham and all these people, man. Like, come on, man. It's Tottenham.
yeah,
Tottenham are notoriously known for losing. But
yeah.
yeah, you got anything else to add, or can we wrap this up?
No, that's it.
All right, man, guys, make sure you like, comment,
Oh,
and subscribe.
sorry, I didn't get to speak. I didn't speak about Reece James. Let me
Okay,
speak
okay,
about Reece James
okay, go
before.
for Reece James. Did you hear the new
Uh,
Maresca interview?
yeah, no, no,
You want to know what he said?
go on.
Okay, let me get up. The good old goat, Fabrizio Romano. Mister, here we go. Okay. Fabrizio. Okay, Fabrizio said Reece James is still out and his recovery is a bit delayed, says Esco Maresca. Unfortunately, we do not have an idea at the moment when he will return. He's been really unlucky again. The most important thing is that they come back when they are basically 1,000% fit. Unfortunately, Reece James is not available. That's the tweet. I mean, that's the comments of him. Obese James. Rejay. I just saw a video of someone
Right.
going Rejay.
Right. So my thoughts is now. I think it's the end.
Oh, you're gonna do that. It's time to go.
No, but yeah, I
AFTV,
think
yeah.
he's. Yeah, I don't look. This is his last season for me
How
for
many
him
seasons
to
you get at
prove.
Chelsea? First team.
Oh, 2019 Yeah, 5 years.
How many full seasons he played at Chelsea since he joined?
One.
You say wait one?
What? How many? But how many games are we counting as a full season?
Above 50, above, let's say he played like 75% of the games.
Oh, yeah, maybe once or twice.
That's not good enough.
Yeah, I'd probably say the first season under Lampard
He was really good. He
and
had
the
the right
first season
system.
under Tuchel, and then he started. I think he got injured a few times, but I still think he didn't get injured like that. He weren't getting injured like this. But yeah, unfortunately, I think it's time for him to leave.
Mhm.
Um, we can't be sentimental and keep him on the basis of what he can be or what we know he is, because we never get to fucking see it. You know, if you look, if you was with a partner and she was really nice to you in the past, and she
Mhm.
starts being a bitch, you're
Mhm.
not going to stick with her. After a while, you're going to get fed up, and you're not going to stick with her because she was good to me before. No, it's the same with this. It's quite clear now that he can't keep fit. The injuries have done him in. Unfortunate for him. Unfortunate for Chelsea. Unfortunate for the fans. You know, but you have to be cruel in football sometimes. You know, because he's on big money.
Mhm.
He could still get a big transfer away from Chelsea. I still think at this moment in time, if we put him on the market next summer, I still think there's a few teams that would take a punt on him. But if we keep him for another 2 years and it's the same thing, there's no way he's going to be sold. There's no way anyone's going to come in if they for the next 2 years he's still getting injured and then he's what 26 at that point.
Mhm.
You know. Um, But I would love to be completely wrong on Reece James. I would love to be able to say, I was wrong. He's back. He's the best right back in the world. I can't believe I ever suggested selling him. He's unbelievable. He's back. I love him. He's my favourite player at Chelsea. I'd love to be able to say all of that, and I'd happily do it. To take back what I've said, but I just can't see it happening anymore, Wale.
Mhm.
You know, all I can see happening is he comes back probably around November
I
time
thought he
now
had
or
surgery.
October.
I thought
He
he got.
did, but
I thought he had
obviously
surgery.
maybe it didn't help. Obviously it didn't help. I can see him coming back around October, November time and just getting injured again. Maybe he plays 2 or 3 games. He looks great. They they take him off as a precaution in most of those games, and then he will just flash up. James out with injury in training.
Mm.
You know, so I think I think the story is almost over.
Mhm.
Unfortunately,
Mm.
um,
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. Because good
yeah.
fullback. Kind of miss out on a lot
And
of
this is
international
another thing.
competitions and
Yeah,
all that stuff.
you see when people say stuff about Trent's availability is great. You know,
Mhm.
that is a major attribute. How often was Frank Lampard injured? I think
He
it's
went. He
something
went like
like
4 years out getting injured.
exactly. I think it's even longer than 4 years. Yeah, and on top of that, look at Bernardo Silva. But not Bernardo. Bruno Fernandes. The other day I saw a stat that says he's missed 2 games in his whole career through injury or illness.
Mhm.
Regardless of people's thoughts on Bruno Fernandes, he's a good player. Yeah, and that
You know, Gomez
ability
has never
that
been injured apparently,
that's what I mean. These are the kind of players that I like. Obviously, you can't blame a player for getting injured,
unless it was
but
muscular stuff or whatever.
availability is a huge attribute. It's a very overlooked attribute, in my opinion.
Yeah.
To be able to be available whenever the team needs you is massive.
Yeah.
And he's never available to us now, you know?
Yeah. I totally
And
agree.
now Marlo Gusto's out injured. So now we've just seen Disassi at right back again,
Oh, that's stinky.
you know?
They were nicknaming him a disaster.
Yeah. He's he's another
Or the
one.
assy.
I've had enough of him now as well. I was
At twenty
patient
six,
with
twenty
him. I
seven.
decided
But what about Tosin?
Disassi.
Yeah,
The tossing looked alright when he came on the other day. Um, I don't know too much about him. I'm not going to lie and say that I watched
he
Fulham.
was good
because
Good.
I don't. But yeah, but I didn't mind him when he came on the other day. Um, but yeah, no, some a decision has to be made on Reece James this season, and I hope it's the decision is that he stays and that he's going to play because we can't go on like this for more than this season now. You have to think about life after James.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah, I completely agree. Got anything else more to add?
No, no.
Anyways, guys, we'll probably be back on Monday to do the whole match reactions and do a roundup for all the Premier League games. Faz,
Yeah.
got any score predictions for Chelsea game?
My heart is telling me 2-1 Chelsea, but my head's telling me 3-1 West Ham.
Ooh, big shout. Okay, we'll see what happens.
So I'll go with 2-1 Chelsea.
Okay, I predicted that Liverpool gonna win 3-1.
Against who?
Bournemouth.
Yeah, no, I can see that being 5-6 now.
So hopefully that happens. And I got what's his name? I got City Arsenal 2-1 City.
No, 1-1.
I think Haaland's gonna get
Or
a
1-0
brace.
City.
I think Haaland's gonna get a brace,
Yeah.
and everyone's gonna forget about what he did in midweek.
Yeah, that won't surprise me as well, the silly prick. I put him to have 3 shots on target and score, and he had 1 shot and got subbed, I think. But I'm not surprised.
And Pepe
And
said
yeah,
something like,
it will be so typical of him now to score a hat trick against Arsenal.
"Mm-hmm,
I mean, at least if he does, it will be funny.
it'll be hilarious." But anyways, guys, thank you guys for coming down to the stream. Hey, Palace Man United. What's the score for that one?
It's tough because
Oh, 2-1 Palace.
you're going 2-1 Palace.
Yep.
Nah, I'm going to go 4-1 Man United. I think Man United will turn up in that game.
You think so?
Yeah,
Oh, fair play.
but yeah,
Fair,
I don't
fair.
think there's any other. Not many other games is there this week to talk about.
Nope, that's pretty much it. It's pretty dry. We talked about the irrelevant games. But anyways, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And me and Fast will catch you Monday around the same time. Yeah, around the same time on Monday.
Peace.
Peace.